Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Mythic bringing you guys another video, and in today's video we're going to be grading the Arizona Cardinals 2024 draft. But before we get started with that, if you guys are new to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button. I post Arizona Cardinals and NFL related content, so if you're a fan of either of those, this is the perfect channel for you. But without further ado, man, let's go ahead and kick this thing off with the 4th overall pick, and that is obviously no other than Marvin Harrison Jr. It's hard to mess that pick up. You don't need a quarterback. 3 picks in the first round. Literally 1, 2, and 3 went quarterback with Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Drake May, with the best prospect falling in your lap. It's hard to mess that up. Got the best receiver in the class, the best player in the class, and he is going to be an amazing asset to this football team. Him and Kyler Murray are going to get along so well. Big body, 6'4" receiver who can literally do it all, make the contested grabs. He's a great blocker, and on top of that, I mean, I look at the tape. There's not much the guy can't do. The only thing that I would be a little worried about is creating separation at the NFL level. Is he going to be able to do it at an elite level off the rip? I'm not sure, but I think he will be fine over time and develop into a Hall of Fame receiver. A+ for the 1st overall pick. But staying in the 1st round and going to pick 27, we had Darius Robinson, who is a fantastic nose tackle to stop the run. The Arizona Cardinals desperately needed to address that. We went out and signed Justin Jones. We ended up signing Bilal Nichols, and this not only gives us youth at the position, but someone who is also durable and can stop the run, which is desperately needed for this defense. I think this is a great pick, honestly, for fit. I think it is an A. A lot of people looked at the name, didn't really know who he was, but this is a fantastic asset to this defense. And now we got a very solid rotation of nose tackles, which we didn't have last year. Fantastic pick right here. Then moving on to the 2nd round, I believe we had cornerback Max Melton, who I think is going to be fantastic. He can play inside, outside, but he typically plays slot. And the greatest college football coach of all time, Nick Saban, said he is the sleeper cornerback of the draft. When you got the GOAT college coach saying that about you, you are doing things right. So I think he's going to be fantastic for this football team. He's very great when it comes to man coverage. He just has to work on a couple of things, and I think Jonathan Gannon and Nick Rallis are going to develop him and coach him into the best player possible. I think this guy is going to be our CB1 going forward, or at least our starting slot. We'll see how they play him, but he can play both. This is an A pick once again. I know there were a lot of comments on my videos talking about, oh, I mean, all you're doing is glazing these people. Well, it's because the Cardinals had one of the best drafts. I like literally almost every one of these picks. I think us, Philadelphia, Tampa Bay, Indianapolis, like we all had fantastic drafts. And I can't even forget about Philly. Like there were a lot of teams that had A+ drafts, A drafts in my eyes. So, I mean, we're just one of them. So it happens to be my favorite team, man. That's just what it is. Moving forward to another selection, we had running back Trey Benson up next, who I think is the perfect successor to James Conner. And if we can allow him to learn behind one of the best running backs in the league, top 10, top 15, wherever you want to rank him, I think Trey Benson's going to develop very, very well. I mean, he's quick, he's strong, he runs with power. Sounds very similar to a guy, you know, that we have currently starting here, like we just mentioned his name 2 seconds ago, James Conner. Then you throw Michael Carter in the mix. I think this is an excellent selection, and let me go ahead and dabble in why once again, because the Arizona Cardinals, they got a little trend going. As you guys will see with the next pick, we picked up Isaiah Adams, who is probably going to be competing for that left guard position right off the rip. I think this is a fantastic pick. A lot of people were questioning it. I mean, there were a lot of players that people wanted to take, like Christian Haynes, for example. He was a big name instead of this guy. I think this is fantastic. I think Monti Williams knows exactly what he's doing. Monti Ossenfort, thank the Phoenix Suns, wants to run smash mouth football. He wants to make sure he is physical. He wants to establish the run. He wants to make sure that we run the ball down their throats. Pause. I'm gonna keep saying that. It sounds sus, but you guys know what I'm talking about. And then with the next selection, it makes even more sense. We got Tip Riemann, one of the best blocking tight ends, super physical, just insane testing. I mean, the guy is fast. He can bench a ton. He's strong. And again, did I mention he is literally the best run blocking tight end in this draft? We want to run the football. We're going to do it. We're not hiding anything. I love all of these picks so far. A lot of people were saying we reached to a tip. I understand it. It's a blocking tight end. You can get that in the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th round, whatever. Monti Ossenfort obviously really liked this guy, likes what he brings to the table, and we already have Trey McBride. But guess what? We're going to be running a lot of 2 tight end sets. A lot of bootlegs, a lot of power, a lot of running is going to be in the Arizona Cardinals' future. And if you don't believe me, just look at the draft. It tells it for ya. I love that pick a lot, and I also love Elijah Jones. Just super underrated corner. I think he's going to be fantastic. We don't have a lot of depth here. I can't believe he fell to us, and honestly, I'm not going to sit here and complain. And also, I'm not going to complain either because we've dabbled into back-to-back DBs here. We solidified a corner with Elijah Jones, then we dabbled in with Dadrian Taylor Demerson. Absolute stud safety out of Texas Tech. This is a fantastic move. Allows us to finally have some depth behind Budda Baker, and he's probably going to see a good amount of on-field action. We got our two guys solidified with Budda Baker and Jalen Thompson, but I mean, if any of them are gassed or any of them have to come out for injuries or whatever, he's probably the next one up. So keep your eye out for him. I liked his game a ton at Texas Tech. I'm so glad we were able to bring him in even that late. The player I'm not necessarily as high on, but the Arizona Cardinals had to address a position of need, is Xavier Thomas. We finally got an edge rusher. A lot of people wanted us to take it very early on, but I understand why the Cardinals didn't. But we established it. We got a guy from Clemson, not too familiar with his game, but you know, it is a position of need. Let's see what Jonathan Gannon and Nick Rallis can get out of this guy. I'm still excited. You know, I mean, obviously they see something they like. I'm going to let them do them. But this next pick right here, I think is absolutely excellent. I can't believe he fell to us at this pick. I think it was 162, is Christian Jones out of Texas. This is a potential successor to Kelvin Beachum at right tackle. The guy gave up one sack last year at Texas, started playing football at 16 years old, was a former soccer player, so you know his footwork is impeccable, and he's only gotten better every single year. And I believe a quote he said is, people might be better than me today, but by next week I am going to be way better. Just something along those lines. Like, the guy is a dog. I love this pick. Love this pick. I think he's going to be a great addition to this team, and if we can develop him right, he's our starting right tackle in the future. Just saying. And the next pick I wasn't too familiar with was Tijon Palmer. I'm not going to lie, it is a big body receiver. I believe he's 6'1", 6'2". I think it is a really solid pick because we don't have a lot of receivers on this roster, so he honestly might be competing for that wide receiver 4, wide receiver 5 spot. He's quick, he's strong, and at the end of the day, a big body target, which Kyler Murray loves. Great by Monti Ossenfort and Jonathan Gannon, realizing their quarterback is on the shorter side of things. Big body receivers are the ones he can get involved a lot easier. When he had Larry Fitzgerald on the back end of his prime, still made Fitz look pretty solid. Obviously the best receiver of all time, so I mean, he's solid regardless. He was playing with bum quarterbacks his entire career. Larry, you are still the GOAT. He had DeAndre Hopkins, and him and D-Hop did fantastic in their short time here. Now he has Marvin Harrison Jr. You just got to get all these big body receivers. You want as many as possible. That's kind of what the Cardinals did in the back end. Don't hate this whatsoever. And to cap it off, we took Jaden Davis, another cornerback out of Miami. 5'10", not mad at this pick. Great at blitzing, great at getting the football out of the other team's hands. Not by interceptions necessarily, but he did cause 2 fumbles last year, so the guy is a dog. I could see him playing special teams for us if he does make the active roster. He just has that dog mentality, and I would love to see him make the final 53. With that being said, that is pretty much going to wrap up today's video, man. That is our 2024 NFL Draft. I love it. I am genuinely going to give this an A- or an A, either or. I've seen a couple sites even give us A+. I've seen them give us A's. Not a lot of people are disrespecting the Cardinals draft. I think the lowest I have seen is a B+. A lot of people see Monti Ossenfort's vision, the fact he wants to win, he wants to play smash mouth football. I can't wait. We want to take the ball away on defense. Like, I am so excited. If everyone stays healthy, which, knock on wood, does happen, I think this team can legitimately be fighting for like 8 to 10 wins, 8 to 9 wins. I think that is very realistic, and we can take that massive leap going into year 2 under Jonathan Gannon. Let's just hope everyone stays healthy and we can get right and we can take that leap. Let me know down in the comment section below how you guys are feeling about this draft. Do you love it? Do you hate it? What do you grade it? With that being said, that is pretty much going to wrap up today's video. If you guys did enjoy, consider hitting that subscribe button. I post Arizona Cardinals and NFL related content, so if you're a fan of either of those, this is the perfect channel for you. Like I said, man, that is all I got for today's video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. It's been your boy Mythic. Peace out. Also, shout out to Dwight, man.